Hi, Misty here. I just wanted to talk a little bit about the TSG that we've been looking at. Kind of excited that she's teaching a little bit on this because as a employee at the daycare center where I work, we've been working on this, and it's one of the things that I've had my orientation in and that I use to assess my kids daily. TSG stands for Teaching Strategies Gold, and I've thought, oh, it's so complicated. I'm never going to be able to do this. But as I got used to observing the kids each day, it's really quite simple. They started as early as birth, and it goes through kindergarten. So it's just about the time that what daycare centers will have a child before they start school. And because it starts at birth, I'll show you one of my little cards. See my baby all the way to kindergarten. It starts at birth, so we get to see what the child develops and how that they progress on the scale. And as you've read and stuff, just like, I have, and I'll go ahead and do these, we have to do checkpoints. Here are the checkpoints. The checkpoints consist of social and emotional, physical, language, cognitive, literacy, social studies, mathematics, science and technology, and the arts. I also have to do documentation. The checkpoints is a little bit different because it shows progression. Each year at our center in particular, I have to do it when a child enters my age group. I've got the 2-year-olds. When they enter my age group, I do a assessment 6 months after having them, because 6 months gives me time to watch them each day and decide what they can do, what they can't do, so I know what the checkpoint is that I need to give them. And we do it, like I said, we do it 6 months after we receive the child, so we'll have time to get to know them, see what they're capable of. Then we do an exiting one, and that would be the one after we have them for 1 year and they get ready to move up to the 3-year-old class. And the teacher in the next class does the same thing, because we can't really give a checkpoint on a child that we haven't had time to observe daily, because this is an ongoing daily observation to use this. You need honest and reliable data, and it has to be accurate information. If I just went in there, let's say on the first day that I got a child, and started guessing, well, that's not fair to that kid, because I don't know what it can do and what it cannot do. So you have to make sure that you're watching daily. As a teacher, it sounds like a lot, but you're always observing every day, so it really isn't. And you see the child progress, which is exciting, because when you look back on that, even before I have to do my checkpoint at 6 months, I'll go in and look and start things I should start noticing, things I want to check, things I think they need to work on, or they may be lacking in, so maybe we can get some more attention on that. I forgot to show you my cute little TSG, Teaching Strategies Gold. Also, I mentioned documentation after checkpoints. Checkpoints shows the progression of the child in general. Now, documentations is something, at our center in particular, we do 2 a month per child every single month. So let's say I've got 10 kids, I'm doing 20 documentations. So I'm all the time, every day, trying to catch little things that they do, or that they say, or that they accomplish. Because those documentations, after I enter them, for an example, a child comes in one day and suddenly they take a great interest in a book. Well, they bring me that book and they tell me that they want to read, and they start recognizing that. Well, that would fall under literature, and they're starting to show some language skills with that, literature with that. There's different things that you can check, as you've seen in the tutorials. But documentation, you can also add pictures, which is really fun. And this is something nice that the parents can go back and look at, and we can, as teachers, can go back and look at, and it just keeps you on your toes, and so that you can always, makes you aware that you need to watch every single month this child is going to be changing. So this gives you an opportunity for every single month, a little milestone that they may have. It could be something very simple, or it could be something that's just new to them. So I'm always having, I think I've used this one before, but I really like it, the watchful eye. Always be observing. If you're observing and taking those skills that we're learning, it makes it easier to do checkpoints and do the TSG documentation. I hope that that you understand what I'm saying. I know a lot of times as a teacher, it's easier to do, and you get in such a routine that it's easier for us to simply do it than it is to explain it. I enjoy it, and if you have a center that is using this, it's really great because it's expensive. It's not something that's cheap. I think it's something like $10 a child. So your center is a really nice center. If your teachers are taking the time to do this, if your center is taking the time and the initiative to put that money into that child, then you have a good relationship all around. Happy learning, and I hope that I've explained everything that you wanted to know. Have a good week. Bye.